Yo, it's Suyo with another gameplay commentary, this time as a demo night on King of the Hill Harvest. I've got the grenade launcher, I've got the splendid shield and the Islander. Though originally I wanted some man vs machine gameplay, but matchmaking wasn't my friend in the last few days. We kept going on servers where people kept timing out, and in the end we even got a server in Australia where everyone had 600 ping, and that doesn't really work. So instead, there's something completely unrelated in the background. And today's unrelated topic is the way Valve has been nerfing and buffing their weapons in Team Fortress 2. First off, it's great they are not just playing with numbers. For example, the shotgun and the friendly business, and the pistol and the old winger. Both had just little changes in clip size and damage. In this case, a weapon can be objectively worse, and that causes a weapon to be underused. And this is what Valve uses to determine whether they should balance a weapon. They just take the usage stats and check whether a weapon is used more or less than the average. So the main topic is the short circuit. What went wrong there? I think it might have been a wrong interpretation of these usage stats. Mind you, this is all just a guess. I do not know anybody at Valve. I have no idea what they thought. This is all just a guess. But what I think is that the statistics say that lots of people use the Wrangler and lots of people use the pistol. And the only weapon left is the short circuit, and it's not used anywhere close. So what I think Valve has been thinking is, well, so little people use the short circuit, that must mean it's pretty bad, right? The problem is, actually, the pistol is the default weapon. Lots of people who don't have any of the other two items use the pistol. And the Wrangler is just overpowered. I mean, aim assist, plus double the firing rate, plus unlimited range, plus the shield is just too much. You can't tell me the Wrangler is not overpowered. So, to balance, in their opinion, Valve made the short circuit just as OP as the Wrangler. And that's what happened. That's why Valve made the short circuit into a weapon which makes the engineer basically a W plus M1 pyro who's immune to projectile. So a few days ago, Valve nerfed the short circuit again. Problem is, they did it wrong. They reduced the damage, increased the ammo cost. That is wrong. Neither of those are the problem. The fire rate is. The old short circuit was absolutely fine. I don't even know why they buffed it, except for the usage stats. Maybe it was even a little OP back then, because you could shut down a crits with it. The fire rate of all the projectile weapons, rocket launcher, grenade launcher, sticky launcher, was lower than the fire rate of the short circuit, even back then. So you could completely shut down any projectile class with it. Also, the short circuit buff plays into something I have noticed lately. Let's think about Engineer for a second. What are the problems you have when you play Engineer? Well, first, a spy can escape even when you remove his sappers, because he's invincible and invisible people can just escape. So, he got the Southern Hospitality, you make them bleed and track them down. So, what is left? Well, the spy can sap in the first place, and the medic could Uber in and be completely invincible to everything and take down your sentries. So he got the Thompson. It reduces the cloak, it reduces the Uber. Well, that's another hard counter gun. And finally, what's left? Demo, Soldier, Heavy. And so they buffed the short circuit, so you can completely shut down Demo and Soldier. That's 4 of the 5 hard counters of Engineer shut down by items. Only the Heavy is left, and it's not just the Engineer who gets this immunity to his hard counters. Let's see, what's the problem when playing Spy? Exactly, being found out. So, when you are found out, people shoot at you. So you use your dead ringer to get away. They think you're dead, it's basically a reset, done. So, what's left? Oh, the pyro is left, of course. Well, we got this bicycle, so you're immune to fire. And, well, the last problem left is after getting a step on the combo or something, you're basically naked. You are undisguised, you are having a melee weapon in your hand, and you need some way to escape from that really bad situation. Boom! Diamond back. Instant crits, 102 damage. Are they really trying to give classes items to counter their hard counters? Are they trying to get rid of teamwork in favor of going solo? Usually you would get a pyro to your sentry nest to reflect projectiles, to push away Ubers, to light spies on fire. But that's not necessary anymore. Engineer has all these items for himself now. He doesn't need a pyro, he can do that himself. I don't know whether it's actually what they're trying, but they are making it look like this. And here's another of my thoughts for free. Maybe they are optimizing items for MBM. That's why I originally wanted MBM gameplay. Maybe the fire rate hasn't been reduced because the short circuit is now such an important item in MBM. Because now you can basically shut down everything from major crits to those black box soldiers on Manhattan. Again, that would be weird because Medic has projectile shield, but here's my guess. Maybe it turned out that even with these insane buffs, Medic wasn't used as much as they wish he would be. Because usually it's better to trade a Medic for more damage. Damage is really important in MBM. And they still want the projectile shield to be in the game, in the meta, somewhere. Again, this is just a thought. Looking at the update notes, I can't really see anything hinting at MBM optimization. But you never know. I don't know what's going on in Valve's heads. So here's a message to Valve. I don't know whether you will hear this, but here's something I want to tell you, the TF2 team at Valve. Please listen more to the community. There's enough resources, SPU app, Team Fortress TV. They all are giving feedback to you. There's a metric ton of threads on both these forums about the short circuit, giving suggestions how to nerf it. Maybe you should just take a look. Also, it seems you are not really playtesting the weapons. I'm pretty sure you would have noticed how overpowered the short circuit is if you had just a soldier going against an engineer in any playtest. I don't think you did notice that if you did that. In fact, while on the topic of playtests, you had a beta. You had a Team Fortress 2 beta. Every premium player had it. It's gone. Why? I'm sure there would be more than enough people willing to use it and give you feedback on your weapon nerfs and buffs and ideas. I mean, the pocket rocket launcher was a pretty interesting idea, but it didn't really work out because of beta testing. But the beta is a place to experiment. Try your balances out before you do this. This is a pop stomp weapon. TF2 Tightrope is quite active. In case you don't know, TF2 Tightrope is basically a community-driven beta. They're just trying out things on 3 servers around the world. Like, they already reverted their short circuit changes. For example, they are trying out a sentry missing its first few shots on a new target, which is a pretty interesting nerf. Because that means the sentry isn't as much of an aimbot anymore, but actually overshoots the target a little. Very interesting idea. So Valve, if you do indeed someday listen to this, which I don't think, but maybe, please bring back the beta. Try out more of your weird ideas before you put them in the main games. Because sadly, not all players want to test out the weapons. They want to have a balanced game ready to go. So that was me ranting about weapons for a bit. I would love to hear your opinion. Please comment on what you think about the short circuit and generally how Valve balances things. And see you all next time.
They're going to bury what's left.